Hi. Hi again, Lori here. This is video from my office at Northeastern. If you ever want to come by and see me, here's what it looks like. Anyway, I am talking to you today about analysis number 2 paper, which is coming up due. Please carefully read the description. You can always pause the video now and go take a look at it. What you'll need for analysis number 2 is to decide if you want to reuse your analysis number 1 paper. If you do, great. You'll take your analysis number 1, you'll think of an additional article that relates to what you wrote about in analysis number 1, and you'll connect that and some of your own personal experiences to what you wrote about in analysis number 1. So if this is your path, you'll obviously define your term. If you didn't get as good a grade on your term definition on analysis number 1, look at the rubric. You can always make it more robust, make it more clear. Then you'll need a new thesis where you tie together your own experience, your term, how you've defined it at least, and 2 articles that we've read so far. So if you chose our text for the first paper, the online text, you can't choose that again. You'll need to pick something else. And if you choose Bell Hook's All About Love for the first paper, you'll need to choose something else. Okay, so let's see, where were we? You have your term, you have a new thesis that includes the 2 articles that you've chosen and your own experience. All right, great. So you're ready. You need an introduction, you need a clear thesis, you need paragraphs where you explain how the 2 articles relate to your term, relate to your thesis, relate to your own experience, and then you'll need a conclusion. And your paper will need to be properly referenced. There's a lot of links in the D2L about how to do that properly, correctly. Okay, let's say you didn't like your first paper. You want to start again. All right, so the same framework is what you need. You need to define your term, pick one of the 3, inequality, power, or oppression. You need 2 articles that we've read from class so far, and you need to link it to your own personal experience. So you tie those 4 things together in a fabulous thesis. All right, so again, you'll have an intro, you'll explain the term, you'll put your thesis together, and then you'll have a series of paragraphs where you talk about the 2 different articles that we've read so far in class, how they relate to your term, to your thesis, to your own personal experience. You'll have a conclusion, and you'll have your references properly and correctly done at the end. Okay, I'm available through email. I have office hours in person. You can always call my office telephone number, 773-442-4552. If you can't come by, please let me know if you have any questions. I want you to be successful, and I look forward to reading your work. All right, peace.